Hello, hello, hello. All right, please tag everybody, share with everybody. I want to welcome you to Quarantined to CEO Challenge. I want you to share this video. um, I'm going to wait for a couple more people to join us, but I do want to welcome you to Quarantine to CEO Challenge. It is an awesome day today, and I am super excited. It is quite unfortunate what is going on, and what our world is going through right now. But in all things, we have to we have to praise God, and we have to kind of appreciate the life that we have, knowing that it is by the grace of God that we all are alive. Um, it's been crazy what's going on in the world, but we give God the glory. So while I wait for few people to join us, so if you are here, please, I want you to give me a thumbs up. I need you to do three things, okay? I want you to give a thumbs up, and I want you to share this video with anyone that you think could benefit from this, okay? Give me a thumbs up, and I want you to share this video. And today I do have someone special that I'm going to be inviting. Some people can, oh, you don't need to get on, you can just get on the live. Just get on live. Yeah, just get on live. Can you see me? Everything looking good? If you can see me, please give me a thumbs up because I can't see. Let me see if I can get on here and see. Everything looking good? Okay, awesome. I do have someone special that I'm going to be inviting today. She is not here yet. So while I wait for her to come on, I want to let you know that if you do not have, okay, everything looks good. Awesome. So if you do not have your workbook, I need you to go to Quarantined to CEO right now and get your workbook, okay? I need you to go to Quarantined to CEO. Can somebody type this in? I'm going to type it in. Quarantined. You know what? Let me post that. I need you to go to Quarantined to CEO and get your workbook, because we are going to be doing some hands-on training today, and I really want you to participate. It's quite unfortunate what our world is going through, but we are grateful to be alive today, and Mother's Day is coming on. There are so many things for us to look forward to, but most importantly, we have to look forward to the future. We have to look forward to the moment we have now. We have to look forward to the health we have, and we also have to look forward to building a legacy and actually preparing ourselves to make sure that if no, nothing like this is going to happen again. But this moment has actually, yeah, thank you, Donya, for typing that in. This moment has actually taught us how to be prepared financially and otherwise. One thing that I've learned is that I do not only need to have multiple streams of income. I actually need to have online stream of income as well as offline stream of income. As an essential business owner, this did not really affect my business, even though it did, because we lost a resident and we could not move another one in. But it's important for you to know that you need to have some kind of essential business and non-essential business. If you agree with me, I want you to put on the chat line, yes, I agree. You need to have an essential business stream of income and non-essential business stream of income, right? And also you need to have an online stream of income, and you need to have an offline stream of income. If you agree with me, I need you to put on the chat line and agree. Yes. So Okay, yeah, thank you. So you need to have these just to prepare yourself. People are going through a lot of things. And as you guys can see, for people to get online to even apply for unemployment, they have 90,000 people before them. 90,000 people. Okay. So for small businesses, some of them that they wanted to apply for loan and they said the money is gone. There are so many things going on, and we are grateful to be alive. We are grateful to be healthy, and we need to have multiple streams of income. I would say 4 multiple streams of income. One has to be online. One has to be offline. One has to be essential, and one has to be non-essential. Okay. And listen, these are the things that you can do. It doesn't have to be overwhelming, but you do need to be passionate about what you do. I don't know if you guys can see most of the things that I've been kind of busy online, almost like restless, but I'm taking my restlessness in this time, the stress, and I'm putting it to good use. Okay. I'm channeling it to good use. I'm finding a way to make my situation better. I'm learning from this whole thing. And while being grateful to God for the health that we have, for the life that we have, and also while really, really feeling and having empathy for people that this crisis has been affected. But for you that is looking forward to the future and you're looking forward for a greater tomorrow for you, for your family to build a legacy, you need to be creating these multiple streams of income. And one thing that is going to sustain you is something that you're passionate about. We all have something that we are passionate about. We all have something that we know how to do. We have something that we are an expert on. So you need to take those things and find a way to use it to create a stream of income. If you agree with me, I want you to put yes right there. If you agree with me. So that's what Quarantine to CEO is all about. I am already a business owner, but with this whole crisis, I'm looking for ways to make sure that I can earn money online. I'm looking for ways to make sure that if I ever have to be in a situation that I have somewhere to support my family without looking forward to the government. Some people will send 1,200 and that's it. What is 1,200 supposed to do for you? Is that supposed to be for your car note, or is that supposed to be for rent? What is that supposed to be? So we cannot be looking up to the government to support us. This is the time to use your passion, to turn your passion into an income booster, something to boost your income all around. You have so many things that you know how to do, and your talent is just laying there, not doing anything. This is time. If you can teach somebody something, this is time. If you can make something, this is time to actually turn this into an income boost. Not only when there's a crisis, many people knows how to sow. This is the time, okay? And it can never be enough. So we're supposed to have a special guest today. And our special guest today is supposed to be, let me see. Hold on. We're supposed to have a special guest. I don't know what happened. She is not here. Let's see. We're supposed to have a special guest. Special guest, let's see. Miss Catherine, she's not here. Can somebody tag her, let her know that we are here and we are she's supposed to be with us today. Miss Catherine, she is not here. Okay, well, that's okay. All right, so do you have your workbook? If you have your workbook, I want you to put yes on the chat line. Do you have your workbook? If you have your workbook, I want you to say yes on the chat line. If you do, say yes. So one of the things that we are going to be talking about, if you are just joining us, this is Quarantined to CEO. This is Quarantined to CEO Challenge. Quarantined to CEO Challenge. And if you do not have your workbook, you can get your workbook. Here, I'm going to show you where you're going to get your workbook. I think somebody already typed it in. You can get your workbook here. Oh, Lord, what's going on? Okay. Did somebody, I think somebody typed it in. Let's see. You can get your workbook right here from Quarantined, right here, okay? Quarantine to CEO.com. That's where you can get your workbook. Okay, so if you don't have it yet, that's where you can get it. But if you already have your workbook, let's get started. So, turning your passion into a profitable income booster. Turning your passion into a profitable income booster. Okay, just like I said, we all have something. This is not showing up the way I want it. Let me see. This is not showing up the way I want it. Hold on. Yeah, hold on, let me see. Okay, so turning your passion into an income booster. We all have things that we absolutely love to do, right? We have things that we absolutely love to do. So we need to learn how to channel those things into income. We need to learn how to channel them into income. We need to learn how to make them be a booster to us so that we can always sustain our family, so that we can always can you guys see this real good? No, you cannot. It doesn't show real good here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we all have something that we like to do. So we have to learn how to channel it into an income booster for us. We need to learn how to make money from the things that we know how to do. Some of the things that we do, you can see the full PowerPoint. Do you have your checklist? Lachelle, do you have your checklist? Do you have your checklist? I mean, your workbook, I mean. If you have your workbook, we can use the workbook. If you don't have your workbook, I want you to go to Quarantine to CEO to get your workbook. Okay, so if you have your workbook, let's go on. So you need to learn how to channel, those things that you are passionate about, those things that you can do every day without getting tired, right? We all have it, but before you do that, you have to be prepared, right? You have to be prepared to put in the hard work that is necessary for you to create a profitable income booster. Okay, how would you generate motivation that is necessary for you to get things done? Because it's not easy. Like you can. I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes little things can just throw me off balance. Little things can just like get me upset, and then I'm not able to do some of the things that I want to do. So you want to be able to put down, what is it that gives me strength? What is it that gets me motivated to do the things that I want to do the things that I need to do? So preparing yourself. So in this lesson 1, preparing yourself, making sure that you have the motivation you need is one of the things that will help you excel in your business, excel in the income booster business that you are establishing. The reason why I call it an income booster is because I know most of us already have a job. Even if you don't have a job, maybe you already have a business, right? So if you already have a business, there's nothing wrong with you having something to boost the income that is coming into the business. I already have a business, but I'm always looking forward for a way to boost my income. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I have 4 children. They need to be able to learn how to sustain themselves. I need to be able to teach them that it does not matter how much resources I left them. You can always boost your income, because the strength we have today is not the strength we are going to continue to have. The energy that you have today is not the energy that you are going to continue to have. So you always want to make sure that you are working doing a job or doing a business when you have the strength and boosting your income, even if it means boosting your income to extra 1,000 a day, then saving that money, right? So what I want you to put on your workbook, if you have your workbook, is how are you going to prepare yourself while you are going to embark on this journey to create an income booster? What do you need to do? If you need to get healthy, what are you supposed to do every day? So this is one thing that I want you to do today. I want you to put on that workbook. If you don't have a workbook, you need to download the workbook from quarantinedtoceo.com. So put on your workbook. What are you going to do to keep you motivated every day? Do you need to have an accountability partner to keep you motivated? Do you need to have a friend that you're going to talk to every day to serve as an accountability partner? Some of us, we might not be able to keep friends, or we don't want to, we have friends that are not, that might like us too much, and they will not tell us the truth. Do you need to hire a coach to keep you accountable? When I started on my journey to start my business and everything, I had no clue what I was doing, okay? But guess what? As time goes on, because I know I needed to grow, I had to hire a coach. I started going to conferences. I started watching videos that motivate me. No matter what my life was going through, I was ready to push through because I really need a way out. Sometimes we don't have an option, but most of us, we have an option. But because you have an option right now, and for me being in the assisted living industry, this is when you're going to get to a point in life whereby you don't have an option because your body is not going to do what you want that body to do. Your brain is not going to do what you want that brain to do. Your teeth is not going to work. It's not going to do what you want the teeth to do. Your body is not going to do what you want it to do. So this is the time that you still have control of your body. You still have control of your brain. You still have control over things. So this is the time for you to find a way to build motivation and prepare yourself so that you can turn your passion into an income booster, which will eventually make you a CEO, because it doesn't matter what you're doing right now. If you're working, you can become a CEO by the time this quarantine is over. So how do you stay motivated to get that done? I want you to put that on your workbook, okay? Put that on your workbook. How will you generate the necessary motivation you need to get things done? One thing I don't want you to do is, after participating in this program, you just go back and start doing things the way they are. So I want you to know how you are going to keep pressing on, no matter what life throws at you. For the fact that you are healthy and you are breathing, you need to know how you are going to continue to stay motivated. And these are the things that you need to write down. So this is not just like an ordinary Facebook Live. This is serious business. And if you can take it seriously, by the time this 6 days is over, you are going to come out very, very grateful that you were part of this program, that you were part of this workshop. So number thing that I want you to write on your checklist is, what do you think could keep you from starting your income booster? What do you think is going to keep you from starting a business? What do you think? How can you overcome this? See, we all know sometimes we lie to ourselves. We don't want to face the truth. We don't want to address the real situation. But we know that there are so many things in life that we want to do, but something is stopping us. Something keeps stopping us. So how are you going to overcome those things that you know that anytime you want to take a step forward, they pull you back? How are you going to overcome those people in your life that suck the energy out of you? You need to write these things down. If you are someone that doesn't have much help, how are you going to overcome the situation you're in right now to make sure that as soon as you start moving, that things doesn't get dropped, okay? You need to write those things down. All right, so if you don't have your workbook, I do need you to go to Quarantine to CEO and select this, because we have a workbook that we are using, we are using to go through. So if you have your workbook, please, I need you to keep on, to keep using it. So how are you going to overcome those situations? Okay. So number 3 thing we want to talk about today is, how would your life change if you're doing the work that made you happy? This is one thing that we do not really pay attention to. If you are doing something that makes you happy, I'm telling you, you are going to wake up and do it every day without getting tired. How would your life change if you were doing something that makes you happy every day? What would your best life look like? Okay. You have to write out a vision how everything is going to be. And if you are doing something that makes you happy and you turn that thing into an income booster, I'm telling you, you are going to do it and you are going to make money doing it. And there's nothing wrong with you doing something that you're passionate about. Even if it means caring for people, you're making money and you are putting that money towards retirement. You are putting that money toward building a legacy. You are using this time, this quarantine period. You are using the moment that you have something is slowing you down. But I just want to pull us out of this mental cage that this crisis has put us on and think about the positive part of it. If you agree with me, I want you to give me a heart. I want you to give me thumbs up or something. If you agree with me that this is the time that everyone is reclining into themselves, everyone is relaxing and like losing hope. This is the time. I want you to know that there is a future out there for you. I want you to use this time and build hope and build your life. Most of us have more time than we ever had, right? We are home. Most of us are home. Most of us are on the internet scrolling up and down. I know one of my mentors said there are two people online on social media. One of them are the consumers of information, and the second person is the producer of information. While you are online, what do you think that you can produce? Okay. How are you going to create an online source of income? How are you going to create an offline source of income? How are you going to create an essential source of income? How are you going to create a non-essential source of income? With this quarantined period, how are you going to do that? Okay. How would your life look like if you are doing something that you love doing? So many things that I've learned through this period, something that I can enjoy doing it. I feel so excited doing it. That's the thing that I've been channeling my energy to do. And those are the things that I've decided to turn into business. So on your workbook, I need you to put down how your life will change if you are doing your work, a work that made you happy. Put it down. And how would your life look like if you are like living your best life? I know most of us right now, we don't have a choice to live a best life, but guess what? We can build with this opportunity so that when eventually we have the opportunity, we can live a best life. You have to write a vision of your life. It's not only businesses that write vision. You can write a vision because, like, personally, I see myself as a company. I run my life as a company, right? So if you're running your life as a company, you need to be able to take care of yourself, right? You need to be able to take care of your company, your own company, your personal company. Your life is a company, so you need to be able to take care of your company. Okay, so you need to write a vision for yourself if you have not done so. I know most people on my timeline, they are business owners or entrepreneurs already. So maybe you already you already have your own a vision or mission for your business. But right now, you need to really write for yourself. Okay, you need to be able to say, this is the time for me to move on. Okay, this is the time for me to move on. This is the time. You need to prepare yourself. Listen, you have to believe in your dreams, no matter how impossible they seem. That's what Disney said. Okay, so you are not trying to get rich quick. You are trying to turn your passion. You are taking a look at your current life as it is. You want to turn your passion into business. Okay, you see people doing it all the time. Okay, you want to do the same. So how would you change your life if you are doing what actually made you happy? I want you to write it down. Okay, so to increase your motivation, you need to envision what a successful outcome will look like for you. Okay, look at what it will look like if you have an income booster. Okay, I want you to paint a picture in your mind of what the best life will look like for you, and I need you to write it down. I want you to get very clear on this. You have to get very clear on how badly you want to succeed in this income booster that you're going to be starting. Okay, get very clear. That's how you prepare yourself. What is the benefit that you will experience from starting something that will make you maybe extra 1,000, extra 2,000 that you can put towards your savings? Okay, what would you do with extra cash? How would extra cash help you right now? Those are the things you have to write. Sometimes we just get comfortable being comfortable, right? Until we get older. Being in the assisted living, oh shoot, sorry. Being in the assisted living industry, has opened my eyes to see why it's necessary for us to build, why it's necessary for us to make money when we can. And the reason is because as we get older, many seniors that come through the door are not ready. Many seniors I see that come through the door, they are not ready. So don't even think that you already have everything that you need. No, you don't. Okay. If you can turn one more of your passion into an income booster, let me tell you, you need to do that right now, and nothing should be stopping you. Okay. So I want you to write it down. What kind of joy would you experience for doing what you love? Okay. If you are not a highly motivated person, you need to find someone to help you. You might need to give up watching TV. Like for myself in my room, I do not have TV in my room because it's a distraction to me. Okay. Most of the things that goes on in the news, all these, their press conference and all these things, it just kind of makes me emotionally down. So I decided I'm not going to watch it. You need to find out, what do you need to give up? Do you need to give up some hobbies that are not producing you money? Do you need to give up some time with those friends that suck life out of you? You may even need to sacrifice some time, with some family, although that's not obvious, that's not recommended right now. But what do you need to do to get you to the next level for this business? Okay. What most people don't realize is that it usually takes a significant amount of time for you to actually build an income booster. It takes time to build a business. I'm calling it income booster. It's a business as well. Okay. It takes time before you start making good money from your income booster. Okay. So, but success does not happen overnight. Okay. So if you want your income booster to be truly profitable, you need to be willing to make sacrifices again and again until you finally reach your goal. Okay. One of the world famous soccer player said, success is not accident. It is hard work. Okay. Perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing and learning to do. So by the time this quarantine is over, you have to consistently work on it. This is not just a Facebook Live to entertain you. It's a Facebook Live to help you to make consistent plan and put an action plan. Looking at yourself 10 years from today, if you made extra 1,000 a day from some of the things that you could do, how would that change your life 10 years from now? That's what I want you to think about, okay? So if you want to succeed, you must be willing to work hard and persevere. Life gonna throw you some things, but the good news is that if you keep on working, you will always succeed. Okay, if you keep on working on the things that you're supposed to do, you will always succeed. You have to be confident and know that you will succeed. Okay, the best time to start your business is right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not when the quarantine is over. Right now. Okay, don't wait any longer. There will never be a perfect time to get started. Okay, you have to start working on the project today. Okay, by simply adjusting your schedule and putting this into it right now. Okay, and then you can make it bigger as time goes on. Okay, so I want you to know that you can do this, and I want you to prepare yourself for this. Okay, prepare yourself for this. So if you are you guys still there? Okay, so if you like what I'm saying, I want you to give me a thumbs up. Oh, Oh, she's here. I think our featured speaker is here. If you do not have your workbook, I need to go to quarantine to see you and get it. But I'm going to hold on a little bit and invite our featured speaker. Our featured speaker today is, let me see where she is. Give me 1 second. Please share this video. Hold on. She is an amazing inspiration. Let me invite her. She is an amazing inspiration. There she goes. Hello. Can
Hey, excited to be here. How are you?
She's an inspiration. I can't hear. Let me see. Let me put this on. Oh yeah, I see why I can hear. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome.
How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you. So I am inviting Miss Christine. She is a realtor. She is a healthcare professional. She has her own home health agency, right? I want to make sure I'm getting it right. So
Yes.
so she is a pusher. She's pushing it. So I'm inviting her today. Before we continue with the workbook, she was actually supposed to be the first presenter before I continue with the workbook, but I decided to go with the workbook, and I already did lesson 1 of the workbook. And the title for the lesson 1 was preparing yourself to start your income booster, preparing yourself to start your business. So I'm going to hand it over to you. But when you finish, we're going to go back and talk about how to actually find out what your passion is, how to discover what your passion is. But I will hand it over to you just for you to give us a word of motivation and an inspiration. And yeah, so and I thank you everyone for joining. If you could please share and give us some thumbs up and stuff like that, we're gonna like it. So I'm going to hand it over to her. Here you go, Chris.
Hey everyone. First of all, thank you, Jane, and thanks for joining us. Because I think this is a very important topic, and I think it affects all of us. And the economy sometimes we feel may not be working in our favor, but the question is, what can we do about it? What can we do within our own situation to make our own life better, not only for ourselves, but the people around us? So as Jen said, my passion that I discovered in 2011 is real estate investing. I do have a realtor license now. I got that about 5-6 years ago. But my passion that drove me to get that is real estate investing. And diversity of where you're getting your income from can help each of us so that you're not relying just on your job. You know, all of us have had probably or heard of someone that had a job one day and then lost it the next day. That was me in 2006. One day I worked at a hospital. I heard in the news 3 days later on my way to work that the hospital had shut down, just like that. So the question becomes, what do you have to fall back on to discover something that you can have on the side to bring you multiple streams of income? And my passion is real estate. How do you find your passion? That's a good question. You gotta ask yourself the why. You gotta have some whys. And one thing I suggest, start writing things down.
Right.
If you do not write things down, you will forget and you will not hold yourself accountable. Start writing it down. Write it down. Ask yourself these questions. What is my why? For me, my why was my kids. They were younger then. And I was like, well, hey, all right, life is not very easy out here. So let me find something that I can be able to spend more time with them while also doing something that I enjoy. So identify your why. Mine is real estate. You got to find yours. How do you know where your passion is? That's the next question I'm going to pose to everybody.
Right.
Look at your bookshelf or look at even what you look at online. What do you look at online? That's where your passion may lie.
Mhm.
If you like to go over there cooking chapos or cooking cakes, and that's all you're doing is researching recipes, that's not my thing. That's your thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is your thing. What can you do to make money out of it? If every time you go to a social gathering and you're supposed to bring some food, you're always told, oh, this and this and this of yours is so good. That may be your talent. What can you do? Maybe you can offer it for a price. Not everything should be free. And you can generate some income for yourself and your family. So for me, it's real estate. Then what you need to do next is start figuring out, okay, so this is my passion. Now I need to start making a plan. I need to start having a plan on how I'm going to achieve it, because things do not happen every day. If you do not have a plan, you will not get where you're going to, where you're trying to go. You cannot start life going for a journey and not have a roadmap. You got to have a roadmap so that you know, okay, it will not happen. I will not get, if I start walking from here to maybe my neighboring city, I'm not going to get there in 15, 20 minutes. It's going to take some steps. It may take different steps. I may have to drive part of the way. If I have a car, I may have to ask for rides. If I do not have a car, I may have to walk. So it's about having steps. The number one thing, if you're writing, this is the number one thing I would tell you to write. Start doing today, just even one thing that you did not do yesterday.
Exactly.
It starts to accumulate. It becomes a progressive effect. When you look back in 30 days, if you do one or two things today, each day, that you did not do the previous day, it becomes a cumulative effect. Exactly. By the time you look back, you'll be like, wow, I was not the same person I was 30 days ago. I mean, give yourself goals. Say, you know what? This week, this is what I will do. In a month, this is what I will do. In a year, this is what I will do. Sometimes you may not achieve all of them 100%, but at least you will achieve at least 50 to 75%. And if you do really well, you could achieve 100% of them, but you have to start somewhere. So those of you that are interested in real estate investing, I can, if I can, I don't know how much time I have, but start to, figure out, first of all, if real estate is your passion, figure out issues like, how will I source these properties? How will I get it? Either you will work, which is what I did, because my credit had been destroyed because of a personal issue, a divorce. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And my credit was totally wrecked. And I had 3 young kids to raise. Okay. So I came here to speak because I think we need to uplift each other and we need to grow together, because there's enough room. There's more than enough room for everybody to excel if they put effort in it. You have to put effort, you have to put time. It is not easy, but I can tell you, if I could do real estate investing daily, I would do it daily, because that's what I wake up to. That energizes me. I'm constantly looking at houses around me. If I see a house on the market, I'm already evaluating it and seeing, hey, would this make a good investment property? So figure out if that is your passion. This is for those that maybe just wanted to hear a little bit about real estate investing. Figure out, number one, if some of you, and I know this is not most of you, if you have not checked your credit lately, now we all know, especially in the United States, how important that is. Go to creditkarma.com. Credit, K-A-R-M-A, karma, like, you know what, he's gonna get some karma. and write this and get your credit. It is free. There's some amazing tools on there, and you can get it for free and continuously check your credit. It updates you, you can go on there every day if you want to. But that's a good tool to know where you stand if you're going to choose the route of finding financing for your projects. If that is not an option to you, start seeing what you can do to rebuild it. If you have some debt, work extra shifts. And this here is one of the things that can really help people get where they need to be. What we're discussing right here is can help people open some of the doors that they feel probably have been closed to them. Do something extra. Earn some extra money. Take baby steps. Pay off some of those things that are hindering you. Or start saving. That's what I did. And I will tell you, and this is glory to God, my properties are all paid off, free and clear. So I thank God for that. But was it easy? No, it wasn't. I worked all kinds of double shifts. When I say I worked, if there was some overtime, I signed up for it. And then I set up some accounts and a saving account that came straight from my paycheck, and I could not touch it. I actually set it up as my only account online years ago because I did not want to have access to it. Because emergencies always happen. Now there are true emergencies, but we can also use the term emergency very loosely sometimes. When your car breaks down, it's an emergency, yes, but there should be a separate account for emergency funds where you're putting, even if it's $15, $100, $200, so that you have a little bit of an umbrella. And that way you can also have a separate account to fund your dream or your passion. So for me, all I can say is good luck to everybody.
Awesome.
Everybody, you got this. You got it. But you have to start somewhere. Start today and write this down again. Write this down again, please. Do today 1 or 2 things that you did not do yesterday.
Awesome.
Okay. Oh my God. Back to you.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you coming. I know that I didn't want this to just be like an ordinary Facebook Live. That's why there's a workbook. Because one thing that has made the difference is me writing things down. And actually, I draw it out. I went to Walmart and I bought like a whiteboard and I drew everything down. All my passion, everything that I think I can fit in. Listen, somebody might say, oh, you're doing too much. Look at Amazon. Even Vistaprint is selling masks.
Yes.
Vistaprint is selling masks. Amazon is making vaccine. Everything. So what your passion is, I need you to turn it into an income booster for you. When you boost that income, extra 1,000, extra 2,000, you put it back into an account, retirement account, savings account for your children. Okay. I usually tell people, being in the assisted living industry, I've seen people come through the door and their children don't come to visit. I do not blame the children because you have not really put anything down for them to be comfortable to visit because they are busy working. So you want to be able to lay a foundation for them and make them comfortable so they can come and see you when you're in assisted living. I'm hoping I'll be home when I get old, but this is the time to plan. Because the assisted living business my experience in this industry has taught me, like I was saying before, at a point in time, your body is not going to do anything you want it to do. Your brain is not going to do anything you want it to do. Even your food you have right now, you want to eat it, but you can't eat it. Dentures is going to be falling out and flying all over the place.
Yes. Very true. Very true.
So, I really want to thank you, Christine, for joining us. And for you guys, the person that we are we were here with, is Miss Christine, and I'm going to be sharing you some of her information. That's Miss Christine. She is yes, so that's her, and that's her contact information. And if you want more of her contact information, you can visit www.quarantined2ceo.com, www.quarantined2ceo.com, and her information is right there and is on the screen. So I want to thank you so much, Christine, for joining us. And if you don't have your workbook, you can also download your workbook from quarantined2ceo.com if you don't have it, because we are going to continue on the second part of this of today's program, which is how to find your passion. Miss Christine has laid it out for you, but right now, wow, right here, I'm not gonna tell you to do it later when you get home. I mean, well, you are home, right? Okay. I'm not gonna say do it tomorrow. I want you to do it today. Write it down, okay? So we are going to be writing some few things down in that workbook. So once again, thank you, Miss Christine, for joining us. And this is fun. Is everybody liking this? Please, if you're liking this, I want you to give us a thumbs up. And I want you to put a yes, and I want you to share the video. So let's go on and continue, okay? Thank you so much. All right, so let's go back to this workbook, right? So you have your workbook. So now what I want you to write down is, how do you identify your passion and interest? So just like Miss Christine said, you need to write things down, okay? And you need to do it today, the thing that you want to do. So I want you to write down in number 1 on the workbook, right? Number 1 under lesson 2, under lesson number 2, I want you to write down, what are you most passionate about? What do you absolutely love to do? Oh my gosh. If you have not turned whatever you are passionate about and absolutely love to do into business, job, you are wasting your time. But guess what? There is good news. It's never too late. It's never too late to set up the gift within you. It's never too late to turn your passion into an income booster. It's never too late. And this is what we teach in our Income Booster Academy. It's never too late. That is my belief. Okay. So I need you to write under lesson number 2. Number 1 question is, what are you most passionate about? What do you absolutely love to do? This is the day you need to write it down. I know you know it, and you know it in your head, right? Okay, that's fine, but just write it down. Okay, so just write it down. Number 2, what are you really good at? So now we're talking about talent. What are you really, really good at? See, what are people always asking you to help them with? I know you know it already, right? Yeah, you know it in your head and everybody knows it. But how about you write it down today? Write it down. Make the vision plain. Write it down. What are you really good at? What are those things that people tell you you're good at? For me, let me tell you what happened today. So today I was sitting down and I got a text message and somebody told me, can you just tell me, come up with a business name for me because I'm in a bank, I'm trying to register a business. I'm like, really? Why do you just have to tell me now? Why you're in the bank? Why didn't you tell me before? So, but business is something that it doesn't matter what your passion is, I can help you turn it into a business. And I've been doing it for so long. Even when people do not believe, you can make it, you can turn it into a business. Those things that people are always asking you to help them with, and you've been doing it for free. Today is the day to turn it into an income booster. And you're going to tell those people that you've been doing those things for free, you're going to tell them, I've made up my mind to turn this into a business. I'm going to need your support. I'm going to create a business out of it. And the reason why I want to do this is because I really want to build on my retirement. I really want to build an asset. Mother's Day is coming soon. One of the greatest gifts I'm planning to give to my children is to build a legacy for them. And I carry my children along. If you've come to my conferences or any of my events, they are not too little. I'm making them do it because the strength that I have today, I'm not going to continue to have this strength. Okay, so those things that people are always asking you to do and you've been doing it for free, I want you to write it down. because that's what you're really good at. So we've talked about number one, how to find your passion and talent, right? We talked about number one, for you to write down what you're most passionate about. Please, if you don't have the workbook, you need to go to quarantine2ceo.com and download it. Even if you cannot print it out, you can answer those questions on a paper, right? So number two is, what are you really good at, and what are people always constantly asking you to do? Number three is, what do you lose track of time doing? Oh my gosh. If you like this part, I want you to give me a thumbs up or give me some hearts or something. Yes. What do you lose track of time doing? We all know this. Let's be honest. There are some things that you do before you look at the time you've been sitting down 8 hours doing it. Don't tell me it's TV though, unless you're watching TV too. I don't know. But don't tell me it's TV. Don't tell me it's game. Unless you're watching game and making money doing game. But what can you do that you forgot that you have not had breakfast? You were doing this thing. You forgot that you haven't had breakfast. You lose track of time. You forgot that you haven't had lunch. You need to keep those things. You need to write those things down. Okay, write it down. What do you lose track of time doing? Okay, write it down. So that is how you identify some of your passion and some of your talents. What do you lose track of time doing? Find out what that is. Another question is, when do you find yourself in a state of flow? When do you find yourself in a state of flow? So these questions I'm asking you right now will help you find the intersection, okay? The intersection of passion and profit, the intersection of passion and income boost, the intersection of passion and business. If you can bring in your passion, right? And you bring in the business aspect of it, in the middle of this whole thing, okay? That is where that profit is. That is where that business is. They will help you determine both your skill set and what you love. When you combine them together, you become unstoppable. For those of you that knows the Bible said that your gift will make room for you. Some people say, oh, I'm going to buy a whole bunch of people a whole bunch of gifts so they can make room for me. No, that's not what it means. It means that your gifts, what you're talented in, those things that are inbuilt in you, when you bring them and you do them every day, two things will happen. Somebody on the other side is waiting for you to actually unleash that gift. Okay, so you are making an impact in someone's life. The second thing is that it's going to impact your life greatly. Those are the two things that will happen. So discovering all these things, you are meeting yourself in an intersection whereby you are turning your passion and you're turning your passion into profit. Okay, so they will help you determine your skill set and what you love. When those two things combine together, you have an income booster. Okay, there's a psychological concept called flow. Okay, so it's when you find yourself so impressed in an activity that you lose all track of time and simply focus on what's in front of you. Your mind isn't distracted at all. Rather, you can simply flow with those activities. So what is your flow? If you can write that down, I know maybe you know it already, right? Yeah, but how about write it down? What is that thing? When do you find yourself in a state of flow, whereby you are so into what you're doing that you can't stop? Okay, so those are the things that I want you to write down today. Remember, I said you should ask yourself, what do you absolutely love to do? What have people told you that you are very, very good at and they ask you to help them with? What do you lose track of time doing? What valuable skills do you have that people will pay you to do for them? What needs can you meet, right? If you can bring all these things together, you become unstoppable. So that's it for today. I'm going to be sending out a link for you to download for tomorrow's class, tomorrow's workshop. And we have an awesome speaker as well tomorrow. I don't know who is speaking tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to validate your side hustle and how to validate your income booster, how to determine what sets you apart from your competitors. Miss Donya Zimmerman is going to be on tomorrow. So we have Miss Donya tomorrow. So you're going to be validating your income booster. Those things that we've been able to find out today, we're going to be validating it tomorrow. And Ms. Donya Zimmerman will be here with us tomorrow, and you are going to get the workbook for tomorrow. From Quarantine to CEO, I've not uploaded the workbook for tomorrow, but I will upload it as soon as we finish this, the workbook for day 2, okay? So by the time this 6 days is over, we're going to be ending on Mother's Day. It's going to be awesome. So on Mother's Day, by Mother's Day, one of the best gifts you're going to give to your children on Mother's Day is that you got this together, right? Because if you got it together, they got it together. Because these are the things you pass on. You pass on everything, okay? You pass on generational wealth. You also pass on generational poverty, okay? So if you got it together, they got it together. And this is going to be one of the greatest gifts you're going to give to them. Of course, on Mother's Day, we're going to be talking like mothers and legacy. So I want you to hang on with us for the next 6 days. It's going to be amazing. Tomorrow, we are going to be having a contest. Listen, we got this all hooked up, right? So tomorrow, we are going to be having a contest. One of our sponsors, we're going to be having like a jewelry show. We're going to be inviting them. They're going to be showing us some cool jewelries. And guess what? Somebody is going to be winning one of those jewelries for Mother's Day. And they're going to ship it out tomorrow, and you're going to get it by Mother's Day. So tell your friends, tell your enemies, share this with everyone. So tomorrow, I will see you back live here by 3 p.m. And I want to thank you, everyone, for joining us. And I want to thank our featured speaker today, Miss Christine. Thank you so much for joining us. And I want to ask you to visit our website, quarantinetoceo.com, and get your workbook if you don't have it yet. So tomorrow you'll be ready to go. So I hope everyone stays safe. I hope you stay loved up and, you know, taking care of yourself and your family. And I pray that you use this time to channel your mental energy into something positive. And this is Jane NK. I love you, everyone. And I thank you for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.